So I spawned in with the camera facing this direction, and I'd just like to take the time to point out how cute and adorable Morgana is, just wriggling around in that bag right there. He's just so cute, and he shall be my squishy. Hello everyone, welcome back to Persona 5 Strikers, where last time we did a one-shot jail. We made through the whole thing in one video, albeit with some bumps in the road along the way, but we still made it through, and now we are ready to get back into the RV and head to the next city, and I'm just now realizing how much bigger this thing looks from the inside than the outside, to a significant degree. I've just now realized the size distortion that this RV puts on. Anyway, let's go. Gather the hideout and head to the very next city, because we are certainly not going to stick around any longer than we have to do the stupid, pointless requests that involve the most pointless backtracking and immensely tedious activities that I've ever seen. We are going to go to the next city. Yep, where we are okay to take off. Let's go. Yeah. If we go to the, no. I want to go. I hit the wrong thing. I'm fine with you voiding the useless requests. Let's go. Let's go. Keep the RV train moving.
Hello, Commissioner. I've just boarded the ferry back to the mainland. I'll lose signal soon, so this will have to be brief.
Well done. I've read reports from the local precinct. So there's now a body in play, is there? And what of the research facility?
While there, I found a list of individuals who are believed to be victims of changes of heart.
And why is that? Explain.
Of course. Not only was the document tampering vice minister on there, but both of the Sapporo Central Councilmen, too.
So their hearts were changed by Medice.
Most likely. At the very least, Medice is benefiting from whoever has the power to change hearts. If we keep digging into the people from the list and their connections to Medice, the mystery ought to solve itself. I'll bring everything I have to HQ once I'm ashore. I also plan to send it all to the local precinct back on the island.
Well done, Hasegawa. You've brought us that much closer to solving this case.
Thank you, Commissioner. It sure is a good thing we didn't bust the Phantom Thieves. Thanks to their help, we might actually be able to blow this case wide open.
You seem pleased.
Oh, well, it's just that...
Leave it. From now on, be ready for things to swing into high gear at a moment's notice. And keep your eyes open. At this point, there's no telling between friend and foe.
I understand. I'll report when I've arrived.
Alright, and so the adventure continues in a brand new city, after this loading screen, of course. So I'm wondering if all the jails are going to be like that moving forward, where they're all going to be super short and can be completed in a day, or if that was going to be just a one-off. But more importantly, celebration time! We got rid of Senkichi. He's finally off the RV. He's on his own. The RV is back in control of none other than the Phantom Thieves themselves. Good riddance to that. I mean, I'm sure we'll see him again very soon, but at least we can enjoy some peace and calm and relaxation on the drive to the next city. At least he's not going to hound us the whole way through and get us involved in another ridiculous situation involving his daughter, his demon daughter.
He did say he'd contact us once he figured something out, but it's never easy to wait.
Oh, I can wait for a long... I can stay here and never talk to him again for all I care. That's fine by me. The less we spend talking to Zenkichi, the better. Let's be patient.
All we can do right now is put our faith in him. He's the only one who can get the job done.
Is he, though?
Relying on him a lot, huh?
Not by we could know.
The truth behind this case. In this, our goals are aligned.
That's right. And as long as we stay on the lookout for jails, we'll be doing our part. That said, we'll arrive in Fukuoka pretty soon. Sophia, do you sense anything? Nothing unusual detected. Not even what I felt in Okinawa. So Fukuoka doesn't have a jail then?
Strange. The kata is quite populated, so I figured we would find at least one.
Yeah, if only we could fast travel in reality. That'd speed up our search.
Less jails means less trouble, though.
Good point. Maybe we should just check Fukuoka off and move on.
Something tells me things aren't going to be that simple.
Oh, what's wrong, Makoto?
Oh, it's nothing. Just my lower back aching a little from the drive.
That's if it was nothing, the game would not have called attention to it. It's absolutely something, which is concerning.
Attention! We have an emergency! Get this woman to sick bay, ASAP!
Okay, maybe not that much of an emergency. It's definitely something. I wouldn't call it a DEFCON 4 situation where we have to shut the whole operation down, but okay.
Mako-chan, you're not hurt, are you? Is it because we made you do all the driving?
Okay, so now this is making me want to renege my position. Just because my first thought was, well, it's clearly something because the game wouldn't have pointed out a backache if it was really nothing. But then everyone here is like, oh no, she had a backache. Oh no, she must be dying. Quick, to the hospital. And I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, she could just have a backache. That could be all it is. Of course, it's not going to be all it is, because it's never that simple. But y'all might be overreacting just a smidge.
Well, I was aiming for a straight shot's Kyushu, but I never planned on this.
Agreed. I think we could all use a break right about now. Let's stop here.
In the middle of the highway.
More than just a break. We need rest. It's important to let yourself fully recover.
Precisely. Straining yourself will only lead to injury. Let us stay in Fukuoka for the night.
Then it's decided. I'll pull off the highway.
Really? Really?
At last, ready to make some nostalgia happen?
Okay. So, let me just oh, piss off. I can't go back and check the last check. God damn it. So, are we to believe that she's... Is it really just as simple as she's been driving for a while, so she had backache, and therefore we have to pull over? Because that's lame. So... Because she didn't drive the last journey. The last trip to the city was all Zenkichi. She's had a while before it's been a long time between the last lengthy drive and this one. That seems a little, because I'm assuming the next big plot development is going to happen here, hence why if it turns, to be fair, if it turns out that this is just a one-off side stop, and we're literally just here for the night and we're gonna leave, that's totally fine, and I'll eat my words and I'll concede defeat on this one. But if there's gonna be a major plot development here, which I'm assuming there's going to be, and the reason we stop here is because Makoto had a backache randomly, that's a little lame, but we'll see. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will just be a one-off stop, and I'll just shut my mouth and move on. If it is, we'll drop the topic and we'll move on. But something tells me this is gonna be where the plot happens moving forward for the next bit.
Nostalgia? But this is our first time here.
So this is Hakata Station, the gateway to Fukuoka.
Huh. So, like, if we're in Fukuoka, and this is the main station, shouldn't they call it Fukuoka Station?
Trivia. Interestingly enough, there is a Fukuoka station located in Toyama Prefecture to the north.
Oh, really? All the way up there? Then does that mean there's a Toyama station here in Fukuoka?
I don't think they'd switch things up on purpose. Anyway, I understand this place is Fukuoka's central activity hub. That would be wise. We should find a place to stay so Mako-chan can recover.
Sorry. Thanks for understanding, though.
Don't sweat it. First we grub down, then we hit the hay. You'll be good in no time.
There you have it. Sophia, you know the drill.
Based on data from previous drills, I found us an appropriate hotel in addition to a restaurant nearby.
Wow, Sophia, you worked fast. Okay, everyone, it's time for some R&R.
Yeah, at this point I'm just hoping that this is just gonna be a one-off stop and then we're gonna get back on the road eventually.
Man, how have I been alive this long without Hakata Tonkotsu?
Because it'd be very lame if the reason why we were able to progress with the plot is only because of Makoto had a backache at an inconvenient opportunity.
I'm awed by the soup's creamy golden hue, specked with dots of green onion and dashes of red ginger. These three colors combine to form an exquisite harmony in my bowl. I dare not take another sip, lest this masterpiece be ruined.
Yusuke...
Your, masterpiece is gonna get cold.
Oh, I gotta say, these food stalls have their charm.
Even I feel right at home here. Hey, let me have a little taste. Oh, what's the big deal? Remember, I'm no ordinary cat.
You are in this dimension.
As it gets, at least on the surface. Don't blame us if you start hacking up noodles.
Yeah, I'm not going to be responsible for your death.
Cashew pork. They say it'll boost your energy.
At least not here. In the metaverse, maybe. I might turn you into a Catmobile and get you killed by something random I didn't see. But here, I'm not going to be responsible for your death by feeding you something you're not supposed to have.
Take mine too.
Thanks. You guys are the best.
How's your lower back doing, Mako-chan?
Better after a nice hot bath. That always seems to do the trick. That being said, I probably shouldn't be on the road tomorrow, if only to avoid causing an accident.
Alright, then we'll take the day off. Guess we should hit up Gramps and let him know we're staying another night.
Then let's find Makoto a massage place for tomorrow. I say the girl deserves it.
Got it. I'll locate the best venue there is.
Yeah, I gotta say though, it is kind of rough having only one driver. We gotta get our licenses soon.
Yes, you really should. We could have alleviated several problems if you both got your licenses.
I believe Haru has one already.
And if Haru learned how to drive.
True. Though I am pretty lacking in experience. But don't you worry, Mako-chan. If for any reason you're not up to it, I'll take the wheel.
I don't know if that's the smart plan. The smart plan is probably just to not drive at all until she's ready to go. Because if you may have your license, as in you are legally allowed to get behind the wheel in the event of an emergency, but if you are not confident in your driving skills because you lack the necessary experience to be able to handle a vehicle of that caliber, especially a vehicle by default, but especially a vehicle of that caliber, especially on a highway, maybe not. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe that's a bad idea.
Well, as much as I appreciate that,
Is something wrong, Makoto? You don't look so well.
Because she thought about the horrible train wreck that's going to result in if Haru gets behind the damn wheel because she's had about 1 day of practice.
no, it's nothing.
Aw, crap! We better dig in before the noodles get soggy. Oh, damn, I'm stuffed. Oh, now I can die happy.
I suppose I should also throw in the towel. Not a drop of soup remains.
I can't believe you guys got 7 noodle refills. You'd think this was a ramen buffet.
Well, I see you boys had quite the meal. I should mention, customers who order over 5 sets of noodles get a free souvenir bowl.
Ooh, a bowl? Just for me? My own personal bowl? For downing 5 sets of noodles and then vomiting it all up afterwards? Sounds like a completely fair deal.
Thanks for the hookup, Pops.
Oh, this should serve as good decor. Surely it will brighten up our vehicle's interior.
Gobble down 5 sets of noodles to receive 1 free bowl in exchange. For you to vomit up all the noodles into. Great. We got a ramen bowl.
Senkichi's on the line.
Oh, my favorite. Yay.
Hey, where are you guys?
We somewhere. We're not going to tell you that. Your mission, your next mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find us. Good luck.
A ramen shop where? I'm gonna guess it's Fukuoka, assuming that you're going at a decent pace. Anyway, I'm calling to let you know I think I found our guy. I'll give you more details in person. Saves us time and energy. Sorry it's so sudden, but how soon do you think you can be at Kyoto?
Explain why it might take a little longer than expected.
Nijima's down for the count, huh? Damn. Of all the rotten luck.
I see this Makoto does not share her other self from different dimensions luck.
Then what about a bullet train? Or wait, can't you ask Okumura? Doesn't she have a license?
We could, but you see, we like living, which isn't going to happen if she gets behind the wheel.
All she'd have to do is take the Sanyodo from Fukuoka to Kyoto. Not a tough drive by any means.
It doesn't matter if it's a tough drive or not, because any drive is going to be intimidating to a new driver, and from the sounds of things, it sounds like she hasn't driven much, if at all. Like, she may have passed her license, her driving test, but that's not say that doesn't mean you have the necessary qualifications to, or not qualifications, sorry, necessary experience to feel comfortable driving out on the road, especially on a highway.
I hate to lay the pressure on, but we don't have much time. A lot rides on this.
Senkichi hung up abruptly. I should tell everyone what he wants. can probably guess what he wants for us to get our asses over there.
Wait, so he knows who the mastermind is?
Allegedly.
We get to bust this effing punk.
My faith in his deduction abilities are lacking.
Then let's leave tomorrow morning. Being tired is no excuse to delay our mission.
As true as that is, be careful not to hurt yourself, Makoto.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope here. Showtime.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that was just a one-off step. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine.
Hey, how far is Kyoto from here?
My concern was going to be that oh noes, we hit an unfortunate accident on the road that we couldn't have seen coming at an opportune moment, and then that got us that railroaded us into going to this town and where the next plot is going to happen. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. It ended up just being a one-off little trip, just a sort of one-off dinner with the Phantom Thieves having ramen, which I'm okay with. I want more of that stuff actually. So my concerns have been alleviated.
Roughly 8 hours by highway.
And we'll most likely make it by sundown. Bathroom breaks done, seats comfy, snacks ready for consumption.
Are you okay to drive, Mako-chan?
Honestly, I'm not at 100%, but I don't want to let you guys down.
So I will say this: in this situation, Haru should be in the passenger seat, not on. Because if for some reason the worst happens and Makoto either passes out from exhaustion or just can't physically take the wheel anymore, then Haru needs to be up there as the only other person in this car who is allowed to drive legally so we don't veer off course. That's the very important thing that should be happening here that isn't.
I see. Then I'll drive. Mako-chan, I'm taking
No, that's not what's happening here. No, this is a terrible idea. This is a crap plan.
Makoto is looking paler than ever now.
Okay, I don't blame her. This is your worst idea yet.
Nervous? Just take it nice.
So when I said that we wanted Haru to get in the front seat, this wasn't what I was talking about, but
Haru?
I think I'll be just fine. In fact, I have a special technique that'll make
No.
my head spin.
No, I don't want to see this.
Okay, I'm getting a bad feeling about
No, it's gonna make our head spin because it's gonna make the car spin out into a ditch somewhere. Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it.
So I've never really told you guys this, but the moment Haru's hands touch the wheel,
Get ready to shift into overdrive.
Why did you let this happen? You idiots. Great. Lovely. We took off at the speed of sound. Blasted our way to the next... Okay. Somewhere in Kyoto, several car crashes later.
Guess I'm a little early. Well, maybe I'll just keep working on the...
And then they all died.
What the
The end.
hell? Whoa, speak of the devil. Well, you guys got here quick.
I thought we were gonna die.
I think we already did. My soul's barely tethered to my body.
How is this... I'm sorry. How was that safer than Makoto driving? In what dimension was that safer?
Gonna puke.
Okay.
Morgana would have been a better driver than that.
My apologies, Haru, but I request you steer clear of the...
I could have told you that.
I only have so many lives left.
Yokon is unconscious. Wake him up.
Hey, Okumura, what happened?
I was just driving normally.
No, you were not. No, you absolutely were not. You liar. Liar, liar, pantalones del fuego.
You have a very, unique way of driving, Haru. Why, thank you, Mona-chan.
That wasn't a compliment.
You really shouldn't take it as a compliment.
You're a speed demon. How did we not get pulled over at any point?
Regardless, I'm glad you guys made it here in one piece.
I'm sorry, are we gonna ignore the fact that we heard a car crash outside? Did we not slam? I half expected after we cut away from the black screen, like the transition fade, I expected there to just be a massive hole in the wall with the RV protruding through it. Like, why?
By the way, what is this place? It seems unfit for a typical gathering of law enforcement.
You could call it my secret base, I guess. Basically, it's a place to hole up if shit ever goes south. A good friend of mine used to run it. But now, it's just an empty old bar, suitable for investigating far away from any prying eyes.
So this is like your hideout.
More like a safe room. No, a safe house.
Those newspapers, are they not from 2 years prior?
Those newspapers are irrelevant. We have other business to discuss here.
Then let's hear it, Zenkichi.
All right, let me break it down for you bit by bit. I cross-referenced every name on the list we found in Okinawa, based on our assumption that the mastermind would stand to benefit from changing hearts en masse. This is who we ended up with.
Yeah, he sure looks like a schemy bastard.
Don't I know it? To think he'd turn up now of all times. No, not in particular. Anyway, the man's name is Jun Owada. At 69 years old, he's on his 10th term as a legislator. Not only that, but he worked his way up to chief cabinet secretary of the ruling party. In short, he's not someone to mess with. They say he was a Masayoshi Shido supporter during the election last year.
Was he now?
Did you say Shido?
Unbelievable. I never thought I'd hear his name again.
Neither did I.
Him?
Yeah, one hell of an evil asshole.
Oh, I didn't know.
Sounds like you and Shido had quite the history. But we're not after him right now. That list contained a handful of Owada's political opponents. People he'd rather not have around. So it's clear he's behind all this. However, I highly doubt he's doing his own dirty work. He'd have a heck of a time getting his political opponents to friend him on Emma. After checking his inner circle for sympathizers, I found out he's been meeting with a certain entrepreneur. Quite often, too. Nice guess. It's the CEO of Medice, all right. Akira Konoe.
Huh, isn't the CEO of Medice the guy we heard speak back in Sendai?
What? You mean the guy who looks more evil than anyone could have ever concocted an evil design outside of Lord Strongheart was actually the evil big bad all along? Oh wow, whoever could have guessed it.
I came across communication records between him and the director at Okinawa, and it showed they kept in contact.
That said, I still stand by my theory that the super bubbly, optimistic teacher from earlier is probably going to be the one that ends up being behind the creation of Emma and Sophie and locking her away as a failure of her past attempts to prove she has a heart. I still stand by that theory being what's going to come to fruition in the end. But also, yeah, this guy was obviously the big bad.
Then the pieces all fit.
Yeah. Whenever Owada wants someone out of his way, he calls on Konoe to take action. And the director at Okinawa was likely the one who arranged this. Now, it's too late to tell.
Hold on. If Konoe's the one changing hearts, does that make him a monarch too?
But he's the CEO of Medice. Wouldn't he get one of his subordinates to do the job for him?
I suppose it would be natural to assume that. But as you all know, in order to change someone's heart, you need to be their friend on Emma. Everyone Owada associates with is a big-time elite. And Konoe's the only one in their league.
Besides, he's the head of a huge company. If anything, I think he'd want to be a monarch as well. He wouldn't want to risk his heart getting changed by someone else either.
Another thing, the people on that list most likely had their hearts changed in Osaka.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Everyone on that list who went crazy had all traveled to Osaka at some point. That's also where Medice's main office is, meaning there's a good chance we'll find a jail in Osaka, with Konoe as its monarch. Though, the only way we'll know for sure is if Sophia senses it.
I did sense a jail.
Huh?
Oh, right! We did pass through Osaka when I took a wrong turn.
Sophia, you should have spoken up!
I did speak up, but you guys were too busy to listen.
If it was when Haru was driving...
Then we were likely too busy screaming for our lives.
Hmm?
Well, that certainly makes things easier. So it's confirmed as a jail in Osaka. Now we just need to determine whether Konoe's the monarch or not.
Wait, if you know that much already, why not cuff his ass right now?
Right. Now here's the issue. That list only spells out his motives and connections. It isn't solid proof that he's been changing hearts. We can't arrest him on speculation alone. The most we can do is conduct a search. And that's only with his consent. Hell, he could pack up and run if he wanted to. We don't have any legal authority over him. Another thing I noticed is how many high-ranking members of the force were on that list.
You think he's changed their hearts too? To get the police in his pocket?
Yeah, and from the look of it, not just the rank and file either.
So that's why you called us here. Because you don't know who the real enemies are.
The most I can do without being traced is some light investigation. And even then, that might be impossible. If it's the top brass we're dealing with, they might just leak the info and take action before I can lift a finger.
In other words, the police are not our allies.
What else is new?
You do realize I'm also a man in uniform? Anyway,
That doesn't help your
it's obvious
case.
that going about this the regular way is out of the question. What we need is something a bit more uncanny. Something only you guys are capable of. Right. If Konoe really is a monarch, we can corner him into a confession.
That's right. We completely overlooked the fact that Konoe has a jail.
But won't we need a keyword to gain access?
Precisely why I had you rush over here. I'll be meeting Konoe at Medea's corporate headquarters today.
Oh, that's not a trap.
Really?
No, that's...
How'd you manage that?
No, this is a great plan. This can't possibly be a trap.
By going about it like a cop. Told them we had intel about a possible security leak involving their software.
I'm sure he's not suspicious of this at all.
Received information about a possible party attempting to hack Emma. So on and so forth.
Ooh, does somebody need a hacker?
Not even that. I only said it to score me an appointment. At the end of it, I'll suggest he add me on Emma so I can answer any further questions. And we'll have ourselves a keyword.
And we'll probably have you locked up in some horrible dungeon somewhere that we have to rescue you
His
from.
mind? I'll be just another pawn for the taking. So I'm pretty sure he'll take the bait.
Speaking of taking bait,
The moment I get the keyword, if I get the keyword, I'll send it right over.
I don't trust this.
Hope it was worth the drive.
Nothing was worth the drive it took to
Your
get
office.
here.
That means you're going to Osaka, right? Let us come with.
The sooner we enter the jail, the sooner we can finish this operation.
Fair, but there's a chance I might not get the keyword. Tagging along for nothing would be a wasted effort. Besides, doesn't Nijima need a breather? In fact, you all look like you need one.
Can't really argue with that.
Bottom line is, if you guys go down, so does everything I've worked for. So I need you fighting at your best.
Got it. So our job's to wait until further contact.
What the hell? Now we gotta wait even more?
Oh, you really want to complain? Right when I'm about to tell you the big surprise I have in store for you?
Is it a
What
puppy?
big surprise.
Is it a puppy? Nope, it's a loading screen. Okay, it was a short one though.
This is the spot Gramps got us? Am I losing my mind?
No way. We really get to stay here?
It looks like it costs a fortune.
Oh, no skin off our nose.
Fanciest hot spring hotels. A single night averages 40,000 yen per person.
Per person?
40,000 yen?
Again, no skin off our nose, so we'll take advantage of it.
After our harrowing journey, I am unsure how to process.
Hey, if Zenkichi wants to empty his wallet for us, I'm not gonna complain.
But is he sure about that?
No, he's not. It's better, you know, What are the odds are that he just spent more on us than he has on Akane for the entire year? That's depressing to think about. What do you think the odds are that he just spent more money on this group of strangers he only met as of about a month ago, if less than a month ago, than he... Never mind. It's hot spring time, I guess.
You said it! Time for a nice hot soak!
We really owe Zenkichi a great big thank you.
Okay, guys.
Wait until Akane finds out that he spent this much money for us to be able to stay here. And she's like, what? I'm streaming from my shitty Mac computer and you're sending these wacko strangers who dress up. Well, I guess actually she might be okay with it because she's a Phantom Thieves nerd, although only for superficial reasons, I'm pretty sure. But still, I feel like she might be a bit miffed to hear this.
Let's get in there.
She's like, I'm streaming with my shitty MacBook computer, and they're all staying at I don't know, a grand mansion.
Ow! It's just as gorgeous inside.
Dang, I don't want to end up breaking something.
Yusuke, you need a moment to yourself there, buddy?
For something other than food. What do you think, Mako-chan? Doesn't this seem like a great place to relax?
It sure does. I saw a pamphlet mentioning how the hot springs here have a variety of natural health benefits as well.
Then let's jump in already. Come on, come on!
I'd like to jump in this time.
No,
Guide me through the water like you did in Okinawa.
I still don't buy that his smartphone will be able to submerge. There's like, yeah, a lot of phones nowadays are designed to be waterproof, but there's a limit to how far you can push that, and a great way to not test it is by dunking a phone. I think the worst of it is when we literally took her into the ocean. But can we maybe stop dunking the phone into bodies of water? Like, waterproof phones are generally designed so that in case you accidentally spill a drink on your phone or if you drip something on it, it'll be okay. But you generally don't want to test that and push that limit by taking it into the ocean with you. Or even a hot spring. It's just like, maybe don't. Ask Futaba.
Why? Did I suggest something wrong?
You suggested a horrible plan that might get my phone.
Gonna go at all. Go with me.
Are we even allowed to have phones in the bath?
There was, in fact, a sign that forbids bringing cell phones inside the bathing area.
No fair. But rules are rules. I guess I'll just wait here. There's always the bath in our room, Sophia. Once we're done, I'd be happy to take you in. Hooray! I'd like that, Haru. Why don't you join them, Yagana? There's a shower for pets, too.
I'm not a pet!
You said the cat.
I won't let that stop me. After we're
God
done
damn it,
bathing,
Morgana.
we can all enjoy some traditional Kyoto cuisine.
According to the website, dinner is as follows: crab, shabu shabu, heirloom vegetables, and rice soup. A veritable feast.
First he cries, then he drools. You're a real leaky guy, Inari.
Don't say that. We're gonna move on. Yusuke's a real leaky guy, don't you know? He's a real leaky guy. Alright, okay, time for the trap.
Hey there, sorry to bother you. I had an appointment with Mr. Konoe.
I do apologize, but Mr. Konoe is currently out on urgent business.
Urgent business?
Unfortunately, I don't have any more details. Please come back another day.
Excuse me, but I was specifically told I could meet him here at this time?
I'm sure, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but you'll have to come back again.
What's going on here?
Gee, it's almost as if he saw through your little sham.
You called, sir?
Ah, Commissioner, right on time. Here's a favor I'd like to ask you.
And he is?
Why, this is Mr. Owada. I'm sure you've heard much about him.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Owada.
Pleasure's all mine, Commissioner Kaburagi. I've heard much about you myself. He tells me you do a marvelous job. Now, I hear you're after the Phantom Thieves. Apparently, they're the culprits behind the change of heart epidemic we keep hearing so much about.
We still lack concrete proof of that, actually.
Well, I'm sure you do. But my source just provided me some info that could turn this case on its head. Recently, these Phantom Thieves tried hacking one of the biggest virtual assistant programs this nation ever produced.
They tried hacking Emma?
That's the one. Now they're looking to steal people's information, and not for conventional reasons. First, they get all the dirt on you. Then they make you confess whatever they feel is convenient for them. That's what this epidemic is. Our you know I take my position very seriously. The future of our great country is at stake, and I'll be damned if I let some two-bit terrorists run around thinking they're the ones in control. They must be arrested immediately, for my own peace of mind and that of the people.
Commissioner General, what is this really about?
Our legislators have decided that the Phantom Thieves can no longer run around unchecked. And we, as protectors of the law, simply wish to do what's right and assist them.
Is it time for the Sokovia Accords?
There's also the matter of the next election, which I do hope to take part in. I'm sure you catch my drift.
I don't know if you heard, but that didn't exactly work out for the last group of people that the Accords were attempted to be placed on. And now, they don't matter at all, because they forgot that they even existed. Thanks, Phase 4.
You'd like some achievements under your belt.
That's being very blunt about it. But yes, as a matter of fact, I will.
So am I to understand you want the Phantom Thieves arrested and the epidemic ended without any proof?
You're also to understand that coming up with proof is part of your job. I've already discussed this with Mr. Koei, the CEO of Medis. If anyone has the right to help us in this matter, it's him.
You may not like to hear this, but it's too soon. What we call a change of heart epidemic, the public calls justice. They believe the Phantom Thieves are exposing society's evils.
That'd be because we are. I'm sorry, did you not... Like, how many times do I have to keep reminding you? Do you remember the people that we put away? Or not put away, but helped confess so that other people could put them away? Like, I just keep going back to Kamoshida. He was a terrible person. Verbally, physically, sexually assaulting the students. And that was just the first person that we changed the heart of. It kept snowballing from there. So it's not they believe that we're exposing society's evils. We are exposing society's evils.
Suddenly apprehending them would only cause backlash. We should at least investigate whether they are really blackmailing and...
They'll be charged with murder. The body was found in Okinawa, at a research center for artificial intelligence. The victim was leading Emma's development. Once the Phantom Thieves discovered how to penetrate the system, they murdered the poor man.
Yeah, good luck proving that.
Understand? Our country is in the midst of a burgeoning crisis.
Oh look, another thing you lack any substantive proof for.
Huh. There's something in it for you, too. How'd you like to call yourself Senior Commissioner?
I'm sorry.
You'll be on top of the entire force. I'm sure you won't be found wanting.
The offer's on the table because we know you'd be right for the job.
Then I'll make it happen. If you two are giving the orders, then there's nothing more to question.
Ah, I knew you'd make the wise choice.
The rumors were true. You really do show discretion.
You know, I was about to say she actually showed some intelligence and you know, competence and seemed to have a better head on her shoulders and had a better sense of justice than I thought. Nope. That was all misplaced.
Perhaps you could reach Commissioner General someday. And on your merit at that. I'm sure you do just fine.
Thank you for the vote of confidence. If that is all, please let me assure you, the task is in capable hands. In the end, we're nothing but obedient dogs, barking only at those we've been ordered.
Good lord. I told you there were gonna be problems. It's never gonna be that easy. But in the meantime, have this loading screen.
Oh, yeah. This place is definitely...
The water is indeed divine. You must absorb all the healing energy we can.
You know, I hope Gramps is all right.
The man is more dependable than he seems. I'm willing to take him at his word.
Yeah, but when he...
Waiting moment. Once he gets Konoe's keyword, we spring into action.
Once he ends up when he ends up getting captured or trapped in some capacity and we have to go rescue him, don't blame me.
Ready at a moment's notice. That's the spirit. I knew I could count on you.
Man, I don't know that where we are right now constitutes being ready at a moment's notice, but
Wow, it's so huge. Look how it's laid out.
this again?
Could this be a mixed bath? Maybe that's why it's so empty.
It switches every so often. After 8 o'clock, it's women only. The doors on the men's side should have automatically closed.
Then I guess it's all ours.
Sweet! I'm gonna boil myself like an egg!
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
What? What?
Here.
We must have entered right when the time allotment switched.
You did the what with the what with the what? Wait, it's okay.
No, it's too late. They're already here.
Just sneak away.
Down, boneheads! Our honor is at stake here.
Sneak away.
Noble thieves, as gentlemen, we need to vanish without a trace.
There's a giant rock between you and them. It's not hard to stealthily swim away and get the hell out of here.
Failing means certain death. Joker, let's begin the operation.
I swear to God, if I have to actually stealthily escape the pool. Okay, good. It's a cutscene. I thought it was gonna.
The water feels so good.
I actually thought I was gonna have to like go engage the proper gameplay for stealth mode.
I could stay here forever. I think I'm gonna melt.
What was that just now?
It's the ghost of the hot springs. Ooh. You know, my instinct was to do that. I didn't even realize that that was a horrible idea because Makoto's afraid of the paranormal. But you know what? It works. Ooh.
Is somebody here?
Ooh. Spooky. What? How did that happen?
Were you peeping?
How do you suck this bad? How are you this bad at your job? All you had to do was get out of the pool and go get your clothes and then leave. How did this happen? How are you this bad? It's staying hidden. Also, no, we were not peeping. You would okay. You'd think the fact that we're dressed the way we are would imply that we were already in the pool and got out and were trying to leave. We were trying. Surely if you saw us, you would have seen us trying to get the hell out of here.
Explain yourselves this instant.
There's nothing to explain!
Yeah, you pervs.
What are you talking about?
Quadruple pervs.
What?
It ain't what you think.
What are you talking about?
The bath time changed right after.
And what do you mean bath time
All
changed?
just a misunderstanding.
What is happening?
Believe us, Lady On. We were locked in at the very last moment.
What is this?
Right?
Who made this? It was the whole...
No excuses.
You didn't find us fucking leering over the rock like some kind of asshole. What did you mean? What do you mean? What is happening? You didn't see us leering over the rock at you. We were trying to escape. We were tiptoeing away, trying to get out of the area. But no, you're like, oh, when you were in the vicinity, clearly trying to tiptoe away from the pool. Well, in that case, it's time to die. God, why? What?
Yeah.
Why?
We're in heaven, all right.
Why? What is the system of the? Was there no? The doors lock when? What? Oh, great! Our bond went up for that. Yeah, we became more bonded as a result of that. I guess. Okay. Sure. Yep. I don't know what just happened. I am at a loss for words. I can't even begin to explain it. Even with how long this load screen is, I can't even begin to explain it.
Well, that was a fine waste of time. Now what am I gonna tell him?
How long until he gets kidnapped?
What kind of jerk ducks out on the police?
We have some breaking news.
Huh?
Earlier, Akira Koei, better known as the CEO of Medice, held an emergency press conference, during which he announced that Emma, his company's latest virtual assistant, will cease service for the time being.
What?
First, let me start by addressing our users, and apologizing for any inconveniences that may affect you. Emma's servers were indeed hacked. That much has been confirmed.
And as a result, I am now endorsing my support of- I am now officially endorsing the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, as in keeping with my character.
Even more regrettable is the fact that some of your personal data was leaked in the attack. For that, I'm deeply sorry. As a company, we understand how valuable your privacy is, and have taken appropriate measures to remedy this breach. That's why our company is suspending all instances of Emma until further notice. As for who was behind this horrendous attack, it was the Phantom Thieves, the very same terrorists causing all sorts of mayhem as of late.
What?
In addition to their heinous crimes, they've even murdered one of our very own, all to steal his research. From there, they had everything they needed to break through Emma's defenses.
Murdered? That's bullshit!
It seems we're the latest victim in what appears to be a string of related incidents. There are several other cases in which these criminals stole information and used it to harass their victims. If the Phantom Thieves are listening, I have a word for you, cold-blooded killers. We will never succumb to your threats. Not me, not my company, not Emma. You claim to want justice, yet you steal precious data and leave our finest for dead. I can't wait to see the day you're punished.
And that sums up the press conference. The police have been notified regarding this case and are looking to arrest the Phantom Thieves as soon as possible.
Now you're done it, Phantom Thieves. You goofed up big.
They really went and bumped a guy off?
Damn it! You just had to go and ruin Emma too.
Hey, remember in Persona 5 Royal, when the Phantom Thieves were accused of Okumura's murder and Joker got taken in, and then, yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Why is no one picking up?
Probably because we're all dead by the hot springs. No, they're not okay. Makoto kicked our asses because of some random bullshit that wasn't our fault.
Son of a...
What, you're gonna run to where we are?
Ma'am, entry secure.
Good work.
Commissioner!
You're late.
Maybe. But you know this case isn't solved yet.
Okay. I guess that was a line.
Commissioner, I thought I told you at Okinawa. The Phantom Thieves have absolutely nothing to do with the change of heart epidemic. So how can something like this happen?
It's as Mr. Koei stated. The Phantom Thieves are under suspicion for hacking into Emma and murdering the director of Medice's research.
Under suspicion for and actually did are two radically different things, and that press conference definitely framed it as the latter and not the former.
And you're going to take him at his word? Where's the proof of any of this?
Non-existent.
Do you think they'd ever sink so low as to murder? That director had died before they even...
You seem awfully concerned about a group of criminals, Inspector Hasegawa. Have you forgotten they've been our leading suspects from the start? Put your
That's literally irrelevant.
We cannot let these crimes go unpunished.
Okay, considering the fact that you only are in this position right now because your feelings have led you to to accept the bribery to take on the higher role in your job and to climb the ladder, I don't know that I'd be telling Zenkichi to put his feelings aside. But also, the fact that they were the leading suspects initially doesn't matter at all because circumstances and evidence change, and the circumstances have changed to the point where there's now absolutely no way any reasonable person could ever suspect the Phantom Thieves that did the thing that they are accused of doing. God!
What's more, I'm under direct orders from the Commissioner General. Disobedience is not an option.
Then you should have opened with that. Either pick a lane. Either you believe in what you're doing and you think that they should be arrested, or you're doing it because you have to. The latter is significantly more empathetic than the former. You should have opened with that.
Commissioner General? What does he have to do with any of this? Don't you sense something wrong here? There has to be more to it.
Like when your wife died?
Oh. You're a fucking bitch. That is, wow, okay. Oh my god. You've got some fucking nerve. So, okay, wow. So, this is what happens when you run out of arguments. You're just like, oh yeah, well, you didn't catch the guy who killed your wife, so yeah, how about that? Oh great, congratulations, you've slung mud at me. You've attacked my character. Great, can we get back to the part where you're wrong about everything? Can we get back to that? Because you've done nothing to actually address what I told you about how the Phantom Thieves are innocent. You just changed it to, oh, well, I guess when your wife died, huh? You are just the worst type of person.
I thought I told you back then. This organization is as rotten as it is immense. One cannot simply bend it to their will. Now, if you want to follow justice, learn to exercise restraint. Besides, you made a vow that to stop any atrocity, you'd endure any hardship. So endure for now. Your time will come.
But they're not even...
Once I'm at the top, I will bring the corrupt to their knees. Let my justice be your justice.
That doesn't matter! I don't care if 10 years from now when you finally reach max rank or whatever, you decide to finally turn and leave and make a change to the system, because right now, there's a group of kids out there called the Phantom Thieves, whose lives are on the line, because you want to climb the ladder. I don't give a shit what you're going to do 10 years from now, because what matters is what's happening right now.
They're not even criminals. They're kids.
I've already made myself clear.
Commissioner?
You're saying that the world isn't neatly divided into good and evil. But that won't stop us from fighting.
If someone is suffering, it's only right to provide aid when possible.
Seems like he's fitting in better too. What do you say? Feel like you're a Phantom Thief
Did we need a montage of this? I think we get what the game's trying to go for here. I don't think we needed to be reminded of that.
Let me handle this. I believe you have a daughter who needs you.
Just...
My daughter.
Why, Dad? Why don't you even listen to me? You know who the real bad guy is.
Like, I don't like any of these people. They all suck. Because Akane, yes, her mom died and she lost and she's going through the trauma or whatever. I get that. But I still do not think she should be lashing out to this extent and placing blame on the incorrect people. She's directing her anger in the wrong places, and it's completely unjustified for her to for lashing out at Zenkichi. Meanwhile, Zenkichi's an idiot who just emptied his bank account on us and has not dedicated any of that to Akane. Then we have the other person whose name I don't even know because that's how much I hate her. What's her name? Kaburagi. Her, who's like, don't you have a daughter to take care of? And, oh, you mean like when your wife died? And just, I hate them all! They all suck!
Akane.
It's time. Everyone ready? All units, move out.
Hold it! Run. Run for it! All of you!
Do you really think they can hear you?
Idiot. You're under arrest. Interfering with an officer is punishable by law.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever... Zenkichi. Okay, I'm sorry. If they don't hear the riot shields and you're... There's no way they heard that but didn't hear your conversation just now and everyone kept hearing up in the riot shields. you just a moment ago, she was barking orders at everyone and yelling, all units move out. If they didn't hear that, they're not going to hear you. God, all you've done is just get yourself arrested, you idiot. What are you...
Phantom Thieves are next. Don't let them escape.
Okay, I think we're going to leave the episode right there. I think I've had enough of this for today. Wow. So, I don't like anybody right now. That was an episode. That was one hell of an episode. We have Haru's wild driving shenanigans. We have whatever the hell happened at the hot springs. And we had that entire final sequence, which we just flew off the rails. Okay, I mean, I'm interested to see where it's going, as always. But God, I don't like Zenkichi, I don't like Akane, and I don't like her. I don't like any of them. They all do something to piss me off. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy that cliffhanger, and we'll pick things up tomorrow, and we'll see what happens next. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. We'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Strikers. Goodbye.